News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
2025, a year of prosperity, joy and sweetness. Welcome and Happy New Year. Calabar, the Cross River State capital, is wearing a new look as decoration is seen beautifying the metropolis. Renovation of Government Secondary School Uwanse and many more. This week on News Panorama, we take a look at the government developmental strides in the state, Harmattan, hike in the prices of water leaf and many more. Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
If you have just tuned in, you are watching News Panorama. Calabar, the capital city of Cross River State, is taking a significant step towards a cleaner and healthy environment with recent installation of mini trash bins along the street. This innovative initiative aims to promote a culture of proper waste disposal, enhance aesthetic appeal to the city, and contribute to the well-being of the residents and visitors. Our correspondent, Uwanse Hike, explores the impact of this new initiative. The report.
Calabar, the capital city of Cross River State, has taken a significant step towards reclaiming its former glory as a clean and green city. The city's streets, once adorned with mini waste bins, have become eyesores due to lack of maintenance, leading to a decline in the city's cleanliness. However, in a bid to restore Calabar's lost status, the state government has reinstated mini waste bins as strategic points across the metropolis. The reintroduction of these mini waste bins marks a significant effort to revitalize Calabar's cleanliness and return the city to its former clean and green state. The bins, strategically placed in high-traffic areas, will provide citizens with convenient and accessible means of disposing of waste, promoting a culture of cleanliness and environmental responsibility. The reinstallation of the mini waste bin is a testament to the state government's commitment to restoring Calabar's lost glory. The initiative is expected to have a positive impact on the city's environment, public health, and economy. By providing adequate waste management infrastructure, the government aims to reduce the prevalence of litter and waste-related diseases while also promoting tourism and economic development. Some respondents applauded the efforts of the government in restoring the state's clean and green status, pointing that the mini waste bins will greatly help.
And from the environmental state, Calabar is one of the tourist destinations, so appropriate cleaning has to be taking place from time immemorial. This has been the first thought of maybe hospitality. So due to that, it's a very good reason for introducing waste bins in the metropolis.
I'm very happy about it. Yes, why I'm happy about it is that if someone wants to dispose a certain water, I believe it's easier for you to just open this and put it inside. Yes, for you to be throwing it around, I think it's not proper. So if you are working in Cross River State, you see something like this. Either if you are let me say if you are inside bus, if you are down, immediately what to do is to look for where these are and put it inside.
Others noted that the mini waste bins would not only help keep the environment clean, but also help in proper waste management, further stating that everybody be encouraged to use the waste bins despite their offices or portfolios.
About the issue of waste in Calabar, for the time being here in Calabar, I noticed actually the waste disposal management will actually be working, and I am well satisfied in it. But again, the refuse dump or the bins, they are not standard. So I feel like the introduction of all these, how would I put it now, the waste bins around actually would help out really reduce the amount of waste being occupied in the waste bin.
To encourage the individuals to make use of them is by educating them on the importance of that, showing showing leadership by example. As if nobody is above the law, it's a regulation that needs to be carried out by all citizens, whether big or small.
These ones advise that the government do proper sensitization of the public to ensure that everyone understands the essence of the mini waste bins.
No sensitization and using the mini trash can make the street clean, decent, as one of the cleanest states in Nigeria.
The state was a mess for some years now, and for me, it will restore the sanity of the state in various capacities. So yeah, Calabar used to be the most cleanest and greenest state in Nigeria. But for me, I told you I'm just seeing this trash can. And for me, what I believe the government should do is to sensitize the public on it. So sensitization, that's the first thing. Then after sensitization, bring the public bring it to the fore so that the public can know the essence of this trash can, and then from there we can return to the state to the beautified city as we know it to be like the green Calabar.
It helps to keep the city clean. You know, one of the things about Cross River State is that Cross River is known for cleanness. That's why they said our land is green and green. So if we drop it, it's going to help a lot. But the most important thing is that we have to give people orientation. We have to give people orientation. People have to be aware. We have to bring it to a mass awareness where people have to let people know that you don't have to drop things anyhow.
As Calabar continues its journey towards regaining its clean and green status, the reinstallation of many waste bins serves as a significant milestone. The state government's efforts to promote cleanliness and environmental sustainability are commendable, and it is hoped that citizens will cooperate and take ownership of maintaining their city's cleanliness. For CRBC News Panorama, Uwanse Hike reporting.
In a bid to improve education standard in Cross River State, Uwanse Secondary School has been revamped with modern structure and facilities. We explored the new features and what this means to students and teachers. Victoria Otu tells us more, the report.
Government Secondary School Uwanse, once plagued by neglect and disrepair, had become a shadow of its former self. Decades in inadequate investment had resulted in a dilapidated infrastructure, inadequate resources, and a general air of hopelessness. However, under the visionary leadership of Senator Basi Otu, the school has undergone a transformative revitalization. The government's strategic intervention has addressed the school's pressing needs, providing a modern and conducive learning environment. The renovation and construction of new classrooms, laboratories, and libraries have been complemented by the provision of essential resources, including textbooks, educational materials, and technology. Furthermore, the installation of modern sanitation facilities and waste management infrastructure has significantly improved the overall health and well-being of students and staff. Some staff of Government Secondary School remarked about the state of the school before the renovation, stating that it was in such a deplorable state that teaching and learning were always hindered.
Before now, only we have no room. The facilities everywhere, the rooms are open. They have to pull up their children out of the school. We have to thank the sweet prince for his quick intervention. You see, the school environment is quite interesting. Though talking about the curricular activities, we know with time we have things like the basketball. Though we do improvise the basketball pitch and all those things, but I know with time there will be provision for standards in the basketball because it's part of learning.
Luckily for us, a couple of months ago, the governor paid a visit to one of the facilities here, the commissioner, and he saw the state of the school and deemed it necessary to come and look at it. He came, went round, and then assured the people that this community, as well as the teachers and students, that he's going to do something about it. And we are happy that today we are having a new face of the school.
The school was in a very bad shape, a messy state. A state whereby the children couldn't have a conducive environment for learning. When it is sunny, the sun goes down on the children. When it is raining, the rain is also down on the children. We want to applaud him and those involved for this beautiful edifice and the face of the house.
The school was in a dilapidated situation and it could have collapsed that time. But if not for the principal came in, was able to solicit help from the state government who came here and salvaged the situation. So what we are having now is far better than what we had.
While appreciating the effort of the government towards renovating the school, these students noted before now the environment had not only been unconducive but also unsafe for students due to the conditions of the buildings.
The school wasn't safe during that time, but compared to this time, the school is safe and also conducive for children. Children can sit down and learn for more than 1 hour. They feel safe. It's not leaking anymore. So all I have to say to the government is thank you very much for what you have done for us, and we are grateful.
It was not really very okay. It was kind of discomfortable where we're having littered class, broken windows and spoiled things in school. But thanks be to God now, everything's perfect.
Challenges I faced before now was sometimes the teachers will be teaching. When rain is falling, they'll not be able to teach because the classroom will be so dark, and sometimes the classroom will be leaking, filled with water. But now we are able to sit down properly and learn because the government has helped us so well that they help us in different ways by building our school and by repairing all the leaking roof in our school.
The principal of the school, Comrade Uwanse Hike, explained that the dilapidated state of the school resulted in words being pulled out from the school by their parents, as well as teachers requesting for transfers to other schools, among other challenges. He expressed his gratitude to the state government for addressing the issues and making the environment safer and conducive for both students and teachers.
When I came in, the roof were all scattered. When it rained, it means that day there will be no school. But the talk and do governor, when he came in to inspect the Kuda project, saw the state of the school and he said, work should start immediately. I want to say thank you again to His Excellency.
For CRBC News Panorama, Victoria Otuf reporting.
Harmattan is a season of cold and dryness, but in the aspect of cold, it is not in Calabar metropolis. Harmattan, known for its cold and dry air, typically sets in during the dry season. However, residents of Calabar metropolis are experiencing a drastic departure from this norm. Unlike other regions, Calabar is witnessing an unusually hot weather pattern devoid of characteristics of harmattan coldness. What is behind this unusual phenomenon? Blessing Basi delves deeper into the story to uncover the reason. The report.
As the harmattan season descends upon many parts of Nigeria characterized by dryness and cold temperatures, Calabar stands out as an anomaly in this annual weather phenomenon. Unlike the rest of the country, where chilly winds and cold dryness dominate the mornings and evenings, residents of Calabar find themselves in a rather unique situation. Instead of the expected coldness, the city experiences above average temperature, leaving many bewildered by the lack of the traditional harmattan chill. Some local residents shed light on their observations regarding this peculiar weather pattern. They attribute the unusual warmth in Calabar to varying climatic conditions that create a delay in the onset of the harmattan period.
The harmattan for this season is delayed in Cross River State as Nigeria at large. I think it's due to the weather, change of weather and the atmosphere we are really. Because as a matter of fact, this has never been experienced for a while now. Though on Sunday, I noticed that there was harmattan right from about 5 a.m. to about 7:30.
My dear, I noticed that since 2 weeks I'm in Calabar, I have not seen like Hamatan. Why in Port Harcourt, where I came from, for over a month now, 2 months now, we are suffering from Hamatan. Very high breeze. I don't know what is there. That makes me to know that God is wonderful. God is wonderful. He does his things the way he pleases him. I cannot question why there's not Hamatan here, why there's Hamatan here. So it's Almighty God. He knows what he is doing.
While other regions grapple with the uncomfortably drop in temperatures that typically accompany this season, Calabar's climate seems to define expectations, leaving its residents somewhat puzzled. Other residents describe how in previous years they would bundle up in sweaters as the cold breeze rolled in during early mornings, ready to face the bite of Harmattan. Instead, they now find themselves adjusting their attire to cope with the unexpected heat, an adjustment that reflects the city's unique environmental context.
The Harmattan is quite different from last year because last year was a bit colder than this year on. This year on is most of heat, and like I'm just a singlet because of the heat. Because normally by this time last year it was still very cold. So this year Harmattan, I'm really enjoying it because it's not too cold, it's not too dusty, and it's not too hot.
I think the delay in Harmattan is due to the weather condition. There is no Harmattan in terms of coldness. Unlike past years, people used to wear sweaters to go to their workplace, but this year there is no Harmattan at all.
These respondents further highlighted the impact of these weather changes on their daily lives. In past years, the cold weather meant being unable to venture outdoors without adequate protection against the chill. This year, however, the persistent warmth has significantly altered morning routines and social interactions.
This year, well, Harmattan was not that much in Calabar. At least previous year, we used to have a little bit more cold in the morning, and then maybe warm and hot weather during the afternoon. But last December, prior to this year, this January that we are just entering, we didn't have much of Harmattan. I personally did not feel it here in Calabar, although I've heard some stories, some information that around the riverine areas of Cross River State, we have more of the cold over there because of the inland cold air from the seas. But here in Calabar, we didn't have much.
Residents of Calabar no longer need to suit up for the Harmattan. Instead, they experience comfortable temperature during the usual brisk morning, allowing for a different kind of daily experience. It could be said that the unexpected warmth raises questions about the broader implication of climate change and regional environmental changes affecting local weather patterns, urging a closer examination of the evolving climate dynamics in Calabar. All efforts to speak with some medical personnel prove abortive. For CRBC News Panorama, Blessing Basi reporting.
The rising cost of basic commodities continues to hit households in Cross River State. Even sachet water, commonly known as pure water, is not exception. Pure water has seen a significant hike in price, as several months ago it was sold at 10 naira per sachet, but it is now sold at 50 naira per sachet. This increase in price sparks frustration. Patience Obok brings more details, the report.
In Cross River State, access to clean and safe drinking water is becoming an increasing challenge, especially in urban and semi-urban areas. Sachet water, commonly known as pure water, has long been a dependable and affordable source of hydration in many households. It has been an alternative to bottled water to citizens who can't afford it. However, price hikes have made this essential commodity less accessible to the average consumer. It can be recalled that months ago, pure water was purchased for a price of 10 naira per sachet, but now gotten for 50 naira a sachet. Also, a bag of pure water was at the price of 100 naira per bag, but currently at 350 naira a bag. The surge in pure water prices can be attributed to several factors, which are rise in production costs, expenses for purification, packaging materials, fuel which provides electricity in absence of light. This has compelled producers to increase price to maintain profitability. In the street of Calabar to sample opinion, some respondents complain about the sudden price hike as pure water is no longer sold at its original price. They blame the current economy for this problem as everything is now sold on a higher price and pure water is of no exception.
I believe water is a natural commodity for everybody, and water is free gift of life. But for us to get clean water, I think that was what brought the initiative of the pure water company. And so, but the problem is that hiking the water price is kind of very bad on the economy. You know, pure water generally was normally 10 naira. We do buy pure water for 10 naira, but now you can go to some places and get pure water for as high as 50 naira, which is not very. Everybody needs water to survive. It can be enemy to water. So I think that's just my own point.
These ones called on the government to look into the matter by reinstating the Water Board Commission so clean water can be provided from taps, as that is seen as a good alternative.
My answer to the question would be to rely on the government to reinstate the Water Board Commission, because I think it has gone down. Barely we see water coming from our taps and all that. So that would be the only solution to that problem.
Because even that pure water is 150 now. There are some people that even buy, they don't even care because they have the money. So people that don't have the money, they will not do anything. It's just suffer for them. So the only thing is that the government should take care of all these things and make sure everything is possible for everybody.
Others stated that the reason for the sudden increase in price is due to the high cost of production and labor, advising the government to provide raw materials at subsidized rates to companies, as this will play a huge role in manufacturing pure water.
It actually goes a long way, because when you look at it from a fair perspective, you have cost of labor, which I think is a major challenge. But possible ways that government might actually help is like providing subsidy for people in terms of, let's say, like the person that is having a company, raw materials like the polythene that they use for packaging of water. Then maybe due to inavailability of electricity, you have to like maybe source for fuel or other things.
For CRUBC News Panorama, Patience Obok reporting.
The rising cost of water leaf has become a pressing concern for many households and businesses, impacting food security and straining households' budgets. Victoria Otu was on the streets of Calabar Metropolis to sample opinion on what could be perceived as the cause of this hike and the way forward. The report.
Agriculture remains a vital sector of the Nigerian economy, providing employment and income for millions of people. Among the various crops cultivated, water leaf has emerged a highly sought after and lucrative crop. The high cost of water leaf is a pressing concern for many households and businesses. Despite the economic benefits, water leaf cultivation faces several challenges, including high cost of manure, fertilizers, absence of rainfall and irrigation, amongst others. In an interview with one of the water leaf farmers, stated that the high cost of labor has also contributed to the hike in price of water leaf. Some water leaf farmers lamented that the prices of fertilizers and manure, which used to be affordable, is currently on a high side, making them increase the price of water leaf in order to meet ends meet.
Or 6,000, it made 18,000. If you take it, we send going to the Arabelemi, made by Paritino. It's your kid. Then the fertilizer, I think they buy me fertilizer, they will grow fertilizer. Some Uba was a kid, I don't have many banning one maybe. Uba making a good information, he is information, you know, about winning a cable. They use Maru. use mporo yen ida mami ko me sina mami ko so ruwa e pan mani o kit ama ke de kit e mani o 1002 adi fi ali buzon ke par kit e bo fi ke moto 200 ke par kit dire fo ti mi di nyami aye di 1005 afo ti kisen ke ale be kit me sine parita fertilizer mi di ko fertilizer ke cost ida adi mi 6000 so wo kun ko ri mfra ina mai kon am dim dewe bo mommi ke 20 liters about 15 naira you can save you go so mfra mi nyine nyine de ko 30 ti ina ibana nyine de ode mo mi ko mi ya esini ruwa ma ngo ngam isibe ingo fia ka ko nyine ko se ngora de ngami ide
den sinam yang mo mo ko ngami asong ruwan tum ado won mani o sen nyine san nyine de pan mani o ki 2000 naira adugo e pan mani o kiredo iken ne bedkit nyini ke medicine e pan mani o riba aba e pat aba bet sen nyini sen e pan mani o rita den fertilizer ke pat adom fran nyini ti fertilizer song rwa corona di english mpontum sidom fran nyini ro anko nangam body songami nyini kama ko mi akongo yiwangami ke nyini kama isen di tonyen wet nyini kama ko inwanga mimi idiampo ikama ko inwanga mi ikpe ko fo afre fen biyo man nyini inwanga mi ebium so sidom franyere.
They solicited for the government's intervention to provide boreholes, distribute fertilizers, as well as to meet other needs of farmers.
Government should come and help us, like fertilizer and the farm tools with like a shovel or something like that we used to work in the farm. And this dry season we need water, like borehole so that women to release some stress, because as we go far distance go fetch water to pour in the farm, it's too stress.
We need help from government, because people think that farmers are too poor, but we are not poor. No farmer, no food. No farmer, no nation. Because when you doesn't eat, will nation be? There will be no nation, because you will die of hunger. We are farmer, we are great farmer. I'm glad to be a farmer. Why I need help from government. They should really help us.
The soaring cost of water leaf has left many Nigerians struggling to afford this staple vegetable, with prices skyrocketing due to seasonal shortages and distribution challenges. Consumers are feeling the pinch. As the situation continues to unfold, stakeholders are urged to intervene and find sustainable solutions to make water leaf affordable and accessible to all. For CRBC News Panorama, Victoria Otu reporting.
That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Efanga.